Good morning, you guys. It's almost Friday, and I think Foodie Beauty's traveling to go get her money.
Just breathing the day, yeah, making waves, kicking ass online, can't behave, laughing in the face of wannabe queens, living off memes and caffeine dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with the wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream.
Hello out there to the murky depths of live stream. Hello and good morning from me and my mean smirk. How the hell are you? I am in a really good mood. I don't really know why, to be honest. I'm just in an extremely good mood. So, Foodie's kind of missing. I think the last time they went live, Salah mentioned she wouldn't be live for 3 days or they wouldn't be live for 3 days. I don't remember if he said it was because they were so busy, whatever else. Anyway, she's community posting, but it was just payday. So odds are she's traveling to go get her money. I would think that's what it seems like everyone on Twitter is thinking as well. We kind of have a Nader update. What else? I don't know. She's missing, but Twitter's interesting. I didn't want to just like ghost everybody. I'm in a good mood. I may as well live stream and we could yap and talk some shit and start our morning off right. I can't remember if I retweeted anything gross, so it's going to be a surprise for the both of us. Let me say good morning to you guys. I know Joe is here. Good morning, Joe. Hello, Free the People. Hello, Tricky Vicky. Are you trying to steal Free the People's crown? I think you should. I think this will be very interesting. Good morning, Mandrews. Hello, Doodoo's Wrath. Did you change your name or are you new? But hello and welcome, Mrs. C. Hello. Who else is here? Rhonda, 5 evening time here in Ireland. Where did Foodie and husband go? To get her money. To get her money. Hello to Ireland. My grandma was Irish and she had this cute saying that I will remember for the rest of my life. So when she got mad, I don't know, like she didn't get mad often, but she would turn red and she would say, "You're burning me Irish, Jennifer." But she was from back east. So she would say my name is Jennifer. Jennifer, like it didn't have an R. Anyways, hello to Ireland. Good to see you. Let me see who else I missed. Where am I in the chat? Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully I said hi to you. I'm scrolling up a lot. Ricky Bobby, hello. I don't know if Aaron's here yet. Rainbow Road, good morning to you. And welcome to Discord. Okay. Well, hello and good morning. I'm Irish, used to live in Belfast, but my mom is from Cork. That's so cool. I'm not Irish. I am German and Italian. But I really just identify with my Italian side. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. I don't know. But it's kind of like hard to explain. So both my parents, which is my mom and I have a biological father, they're both adopted, right? So what they found out about themselves, he knew he was German. My mom knew she was Italian. She ended up doing a test. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But then my grandparents, my grandma was Irish and my grandpa was French and Native American. And then I don't know, our whole family, there's just so many different things. And then they all started from back east and then worked their way to California. And now mostly everybody's here. Not that anybody asked. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I don't know a lot of my family history, which is interesting when you go to the doctors because they're like, "Do you have a history of cancer in your family?" No clue. Like, I just have to go based on my mom, and my bio dad's dead. But I have an awesome dad who stepped up, who's been in my life, God, since I was like 2, and he's also Italian, and his whole family came over here from Italy, basically. And they all became citizens and learned the language. That's a whole side story. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say I'm German and Italian, but I don't really know much about my German side. I just feel Italian in my soul. I just do. I'm Irish, French, and Danish. Very cool. I wish I was in oh crap. Hold on. I hope I didn't block anybody. Cuz, hey, I wish I was in a good mood. Just got back from the neurologist in pain today. Worst probably though is now ex-friends that accidentally stole from me after I gave him money, food, and new phone to help. How do you accidentally steal from somebody? And you need to dump that friend. You deserve better. I had a friend once who used to steal money from me when I was drunk. And the betrayal I felt, like, she would oftentimes pay with my card, right, when we were, like, closing out the bar or whatever, and she was actually a friend from high school. But anyways, I would notice big chunks of money missing, right? And so I'd oftentimes like give her my card or like she would drive my car a lot, so I would tell her not when she was drinking, but so I would just give her my card and I'm like, okay, pump this much in gas or whatever. And slowly but surely, every time I gave her my card, she would take money out too. One time she took herself to Target with my card. She accidentally took it and took herself to Target with the card and accidentally paid for her shopping trip with my card. Anyways, I'm saying this to say I kept her around until she slept with my boyfriend. And that was when it was like, but she was a horrible friend. So anybody who steals from you, they're not your friend at all. Dump them. I'm so sorry you're in pain. Rest today. Hopefully we can take your mind off things. That's horrendous. You're right on time. Hey, Moonface. Guys, I have great news. I am officially cancer free. Bethany, that's amazing. See, it is a great day. It's a great day. Oh, I love you, Bethany. We just started Moonface. We haven't even got to the foodie stuff yet. I might just be yapping a lot today. She steals everything then. Yes. And the thing was, like, this is why I always say, for one thing, I always thought I'm not one of those people who think everybody's jealous of me, right? I'm not Foodie Beauty. But like people would tell me throughout our friendship that she was jealous of me, right? And now it makes sense. Like she was one of those people that had to have everything I had. And so when you guys hear me say when people cheat, they never cheat with somebody like better than you, they always go below you. Like she wasn't a prize. Like, if I was gonna cheat on me, I would go, like, above and beyond. I wouldn't go, like, 5 steps down, you know what I mean? Anyways, so when I know a little bit what I'm talking about when I talk about cheaters. I've had a lot of cheaters out there. Thank God for the man I'm with today. Seriously, like, he was sent from heaven above. Been there before surgery, good luck. Is somebody having surgery? I'm getting a colonic today. I'm excited but nervous. I get that. I would be a bit nervous too. Huh. Yeah, accidentally stole 4 GBP after I gave him over 400 GBP. Help, he admitted it. he felt guilty because he knew I always put the 2 what's a GPP or GBP? I'm sorry either way, that sucks. Even if he stole toast, like, he shouldn't be taking anything, right? "Hey, Mark, I'm giving up on the crowns for the people, it's too much pressure." I'm just excited I could see it now. Like, I would go to other people's YouTube chats and I would see the crown. I had no idea what it would mean, right? No idea. And then one day it popped up in my chat and it's kind of exciting. Mrs. C, you're number 3. British pounds, I believe. Okay. Sorry, I don't know everything. I've lived all my life in California. Okay, well, thank you for educating me. Either way, that fucking sucks. You deserve better. Don't take them back. People always say they change. But what I've learned about thieves and cheaters is they oftentimes don't change. So you have friends here and will be your support. Bethany, I am so fucking excited for you. What are you going to do to celebrate this? What are you going to do? Please tell us. You need to treat yourself. You do. I hope you know that. And I know sometimes we feel bad about treating ourselves, but this time more than ever, you deserve it. Like, go have a nice dinner. Take an extra long bubble bath. Like, and don't feel bad about hogging the bathroom. Stay in there for 2 hours if you want to. Get a pedicure. Like, make a whole day about you. Do you know what I mean? And then I think you should plan a trip if it's in your budget. If it's not, then you should plan, I don't know, for a near future trip, okay? Somewhere, or you could even do a staycation. Going on a trip isn't in my budget, so I did a staycation and that was like just as fun, right? You get a hotel and you don't have to like make the bed or do anything, which is kind of lovely. I think you should get a massage. I think you should do everything in the world that you want to do. I don't know. I want you to spoil yourself. Anyways, Bethany, I know that's amazing, Bethany. Thanks. I love you too. Oh my goodness, Bethany, I just got goosebumps. Amazing, honey. Has anyone had a colonic before? Please tell me it doesn't hurt. No, I have not. And for some reason, thinking about it just makes me incredibly uncomfortable. But I'm sure it's going to be fine, okay? I'm sure it's going to be fine. I don't know. Has anybody had one before? Let me see. This, why are we talking about colonic? So then I see this. I mean, that is a sight to see. Hold on, let me change my background. Do you guys want to be at the beach? Santa Monica? We can go to the pier in our background. Oh, look at this. Oh, well, you can't see the pier, but it's there. Oh, now you really can't see it. Hold on. There you go. There's a little bit of it. All right, let me get my big old face out of the way. You can't really see it, so we're just gonna go with the glitter background. Sorry, I uploaded all the backgrounds and now I'm excited about it. Oh, F. Oh, I thought I accidentally just ended the stream. Okay, share screen. I think this is something Foodie ate or drank. I can't remember at this moment in time. Oh, it's a tea. You could have fooled me. Oh, okay. There we go. Now you guys are in place. I know I can hardly believe it. Has anyone had a crown? Oh, I read that one. I'm giving up on the crowns for the people. Okay, I am so far behind. I love that. Where's the trippy one? I thought that too. It's a baby moon treat or something. Ew, popcorn, coffee. Okay. In Syrian Lebanese culture, when a baby is born, it is tradition to serve guests and the new mother a drink made of tea with cinnamon, other spices, and walnuts. And she calls herself a foodie. Other spices, like what? And walnuts. This was so interesting to experience. Well, it's gotta be healthier than what most people do. I feel like when, oh no, I'm thinking of the olden days when people used to pass out cigars. And I really only know that was a thing because I used to watch I Love Lucy obsessively. And I feel like Ricky smoked all the cigars when they were expecting, right? Didn't him and Fred? I feel like they had a plethora of cigars. Anyways, I'm sure this tastes amazing. Okay. I'm trying to think. if I would enjoy chunks going in my mouth when I drink it. But I like boba tea, and it's basically with every sip, you get balls shot to the back of your throat, unless you're lucky enough that they don't shoot to the back of your throat and you get to chew on them before you swallow. So I do like boba tea. Maybe I would like this. Maybe. Now people have sugar and junk food when babies are born. Yeah, that's true. Nope. Placenta walnuts. It's desert iced coffee. Who's cooking for them? I don't know. And who would invite Foodie Beauty for any kind of a celebration? I feel like she would eat all the food and ruin the party. Oh my god. She's this one person that came to my nephew's birthday party. My sister's no longer friends with them, so I feel fine sharing this story. I remember this lady that we all knew, she was friends with my sister. Anyways, like, we knew she was married, barely saw her husband, but he came for my nephew's birthday party, and we had enough food for the people, like, there, basically. It wasn't supposed to be like a buffet, it was supposed to be like, "Here's a snack," like, "Here's little sandwiches, here's some potato salad." "Here's some fruit, here's this." Anyways, this guy kept getting back in line and he took, like, all the food. She is that man. She is that man. Anyways, he's one of those people you can't forget. Oh god. This picture of Rosie, I just can't get away from. I'm sorry, I can't finish my sentence because I don't understand. I didn't click on her live to find out, but I don't understand. Was she wearing a top for this live stream? I don't wanna find out. I'm assuming she was because it's still on YouTube. Yaba just said, "Ma'am." I need to look at the comments. I forgot I commented on it. I said, "This is just so unattractive." I mean, leave something to the imagination, really, seriously. Yeah, here you go, that's it right there. Taylor Vaughn said, "I love the fatties call it cleavage, and it's just fat shoved in a bra to their chins." Arabella said, "Are we gonna start reacting to Rosie? If you do, I can't wait. She's a train wreck. I don't think I could stomach Rosie." Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just gonna say it. She's bigger than Foodie Beauty and Amberlyn Reed now. She is. And I remember when she first came into Girl World, and I say this like every day, the way she acted was like she was so much better than them. She was getting healthy. Look at her. She was floating around in a pool. And now she's legitimately bigger than both of those girls, and I didn't think it was possible. For YouTube purposes, those boobs that were just on the screen from the little image is obviously fake, okay? Okay. Those are very fake. The flappy forces in you. Nader's angels. Hey, Aaron, bigger than Amber, yeah. Maybe we can try one time. Okay, press 1 if you wanna try Rosie one time, but I'm only gonna watch if she's wearing a shirt because I'm not even sure that was a real shirt. It looked like it was just, I don't know, on her shoulders and the whole rest of it was out. I'm not prepared to see all of that woman. I'm just not. Hi, Catsper Nelson. Flappy Dappy. Hi, Siphon Gaming. One, because I want that rack in action. Oh god. Ads keep throwing me out of the live. Okay, hold on. I can fix it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go to the studio. I'm gonna go to the studio and we're gonna see if we can limit the ads because this is really just for fun anyways, to be honest today. It's not like I have a whole bunch to recap. It's just gonna be a bunch of shit talking, so or gossiping, I guess I should say. All right, tell me if this is better. We're gonna go to low frequency. And you're not the first person I've heard say that. I think Lindsay gets kicked out a lot too, which is why she watches on the replay. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. Let me know if it's better, okay? So I changed it. Hopefully you can at least stay in like for longer than 10 minutes at a time. First time this has happened. Really, Dandelion. Is there anyone here that follows Gypsy Rose? She is a horrid little troll. Okay, so I refuse to really follow her because she scares me. And I've never really bought her act. I don't know how else to say that. But she pops up a lot for me on Facebook and she makes messages, I think, to her ex-boyfriend. And I swear this one, she wrote out a script, and I think she's trying to become an actress next or something because she's like, and I know that at one time it could have been, but now it will never be. And it's hard for me. And it was just so, I don't know. She's very weird. And then I see her little dances. Um, I don't know. It's hard for me to see a murderer just living life, you know? It's hard to explain other than that. Hopefully I watched the TV show, Did You, Bethany? The ankle has been covering her. It's insane. I'm deep down the rabbit hole. She is horrific. All the truth is coming out. She's a DV survivor from every guy she's been with now. Yeah, so at what point are people going to start to realize she might be the problem? In every situation, she can't possibly be the victim, right? In every fucking situation. She's such a gleeful murder she is! Follow her, she wasn't abused. Um, no, I don't think it's hard for me to say. Do I you mean from an ex or from her mom? I was gonna say from her mom, I know her mom was abusive. But there's so many other ways to leave, right? Or get help or do something, like, I feel like there has to be other ways than murder. And then her ex, I feel like wasn't everybody else saying he was a really nice guy? And she had a kid with him, but now he was abusive. Who knows? May she get the help she so desperately needs. I don't think prison was enough help for her, right? Hard to believe that some of us are actually normal humans at times, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And you know, we all go through shit too. Here's the whole thing about Gypsy, right? We all go through shit, but like we don't become murderers. I don't know who needs to hear that out there too. I feel like everybody's like, I've been through XYZ, so that's why I get to do la 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 la. Like we all go through shit. And some of us just choose not to murder. Like hard to know the extent of, yeah. Everyone please check out Jordan the Ankle Out. He does Amber Retro Reacts. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, yeah, we'll start diving into Rosie. I don't know if I'm ready for her today, but maybe tomorrow. We can look at I don't know, we'll find something on her to watch. We'll watch somebody's recap and go down the rabbit hole, and we'll have each other for support, okay? I don't even remember what we were talking about here. Oh, Rosie, right? That's the perfect outfit for the job ahead. Wait, what are we still looking at? Oh, yeah, no Rosie. Okay. Is her you know what out? I don't wanna say it because I don't wanna get flagged, but I swear it's just out. Buttered Crumpet said, "Look at those death fat slitties." Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Prairie said, "It's hurting my eyes." Rebecca said she's always squeezing her sad, saggy flapjacks. I know those sad sacks are deflated and touching her thighs when she's sealed. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm getting off this picture. Oh, that didn't sound right. I'm definitely not getting off to this picture. I mean, I am leaving this picture. It's too much to look at between the greasy hair, whatever's happening in the background, the My Little House on the Prairie outfit. I'm leaving now. Ugh, I can't get away from her. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage. Move, motherfucker. And now I just got off my Twitter. Oh, for fuck's sakes, Ozzy does his final concert with Black Sabbath and then passes. Rest in peace, Ozzy. It's so sad. And it makes you look back at his final concert, like clips from it, and you're like, he knew, right? May he rest in peace. You can tell he influenced a lot of people. He got people through a lot of hard times. Um, we're going to be playing his music and talking about him forever. I was so fascinated with their family. I met Sharon before, and she was absolutely lovely, and she loved that man. She did. All right, let me get back to Twitter. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Do I need these shoes? They're in my cart, and they are regularly $90. And right now, I can get them for 72. But see, this is how I know I'm a changed woman. And I'm being better about, just better in general. Okay, the me that says I need these shoes, they're cute, they're perfect, love the Rolling Stones. Yes, I need them, right? But then there's like, okay, am I really going to be able to wear them because I have kids in my family who think it's some sort of like contest to see who could step on my feet like the most amount of times during the day? Are white shoes realistic for me? And will I wear them? But then they're on sale and it feels like a fucking crime to not get them for $72. So I keep revisiting my cart. They're officially in there now. If I still feel I desperately need them at 5 p.m. today, I'm getting the fucking shoes. I'm getting the shoes. Aren't they cute? Don't need them. Cats for Nelson said I don't need them. Here's the thing too that I think of, like, my boyfriend always looks really nice, my daughter always looks really nice, and then there's me. Like, I feel like I look homeless 99% of the time, so maybe I could still look homeless while having these nice shoes, if that makes sense. Maybe people won't assume, like, I'm somebody sad that they picked up off the street to help. I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. Oh, I have to tell you guys all about this in a minute. All right, let me get back on track to Foodie Beauty. Breezy, focus. The ADHD is ADHDing today, but I don't necessarily mind it. All right, hold on. I got to get us back to where we were, then we can continue. Okay, the boobs. Covered that. Meandering Thoughts has a video up, and trigger warning, it's really hard to watch. I don't think we're going to watch it during this live. I think you should go watch it on your own time when you're mentally prepared to do so. So this was Foodie Beauty's ex, Nader, cutting Dee Dee's mom's hair. He's humiliating her. She says she doesn't like the haircut. He keeps going. He's being loud, obnoxious, right in her ear. You can tell. I have nothing positive to say about this man. The whole clip, I think it's like an hour long, to be honest. So I guess it's not necessarily a clip, is it? It's sad. It's very sad. It seems like he gets off on making people nervous, upset, unsure. But we were talking about this yesterday, and so it's out there if you want to go see it. So it's on Meandering Thoughts channel. Just trigger warning. It's fucking upsetting. It really is. This is where me and my daughter went to lunch yesterday, and the inside was very cute. Very, very, very cute. I had to take pictures. It was adorable. It was a vibe. We had sushi. We had avocado rolls. Very good. Very good. All right, let's keep going, you guys. Here is a clip from Charlie Gold. Chantal's vile ex is finally locked up again. Let's take a look back at the time Chantal pretended she wanted to save Dee Dee from Nader. And then she said, I'll be live in about an hour. Okay, I'm assuming she's already gone live since then.
I know you hate me. You need to get away from Nader. Like, you need to get away from Nader right now. Like,
Hey, Eric.
yes, it is my concern. It is my place. Because after knowing what I know, if I don't warn her, yes. Yes, I want to save Dee Dee. And other people.
And other people.
Well, she's too coward. He won't answer. Oh no, she's gonna use this against me as harassment. You're disgusting, and I want don't ever contact me. Like, I swear, I will. If you contact me ever again, no, don't ever. I'm supposed to get an apartment in Montreal on Monday. Oh, this friggin' Dee Dee, you sound like the biggest desperate loser. I thought I was the biggest one. You're bigger. You're bigger. Shut up. Going to jail for what? They're going to jail.
She is unhinged.
Let's see. Let's see who wins your case.
So, someone in our comment section yesterday, I want to say it was Hair Slayer, if I'm remembering correctly. You know how Nader's in jail? They were saying that it's from the May case. So, I don't know if I'm mistaken. I actually didn't even want to cover this when it happened. We had heard that the May case was dismissed, right? At least I had heard that. And I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of saying that. But the person responded to me, I feel like at some hour this morning, or at least I saw it this morning when I woke up. They said, well, he's a liar. He's not telling the truth. It's the May case. So, on a whole other thing, too, people were saying that we can't possibly know the charges unless we go to the courthouse itself. So, when people are saying he's charged with XYZ, I remember FFG said it, right? What are the odds FFG went to the courthouse to find out herself? I mean, I don't watch her at all, actually. So you guys will have to let me know, did she go to the courthouse? How is it that she knows exactly? If it is the May case, it makes sense. The kidnapping, confinement, amongst the other charges, right? Anytime an ad runs, I get the boot from the live. I am so sorry, and I'll figure out what the hell is wrong and why that's happening. I can chat with a bot after this live and ask why that is. I feel so bad. I guarantee you she's at the jail now trying to get back. Yep. Siphon, enjoy the free time, occupy your nerves. I'm sure they're having a blast. It's always nervous when they go away for the first time. So just realize, say your prayers, whatever you need to do as a parent to feel okay. Say your prayers, check in when you can. And then also enjoy the free time because you probably never effing get it. So at first it's going to be hard and you're going to be nervous, but I don't know, play some music, play really good music and just enjoy a little free time while it lasts, okay? It's normal to miss them. It's normal to worry, okay? Anyways, that was a really good clip from Charlie. Foodie Beauty and her back and forth, her fake, "Oh, I need to protect Dee Dee," and then, she tries to get back with him herself. None of it was real, except for she was obsessed with him, and he's truly the one that got away. Salty M said, so if you guys didn't know, we had talked about her sister who was missing. She has been found. She's safe. So Salty Ann is supposed to give us an update on everything. She said that she's had a lot going on, but well, this was 20 hours ago, so I'm assuming it's going to happen today. She said she's going to do a live space. It's all very scary. It's all very, very scary. Her sister was hanging out with a suspect in the Summer Wells case and then was missing for like 5 days. It must have been terrifying, and I'm just glad they're reunited. I am. Oh, this is so good, you guys. So everybody knows by now about the Coldplay cheating thing, right? So the wife made a statement. And she said, "It has come to my attention, and apparently to the attention of half the internet, that my husband, Andrew Byron, has made certain choices, public ones, under stadium lights, during a Coldplay concert, a venue not typically associated with infidelity, but here we are. Let me be perfectly clear. I am not issuing this statement in defense nor in heartbreak. I am issuing it in power, in precision, in silk gloves and sharpened wit. I will not be engaging in performative forgiveness, nor am I interested in the optics of grace. What Andy has done is not just humiliating, it is banal, common, a man of ambition brought down by his own astonishing lack of imagination. I have retained counsel. I have reviewed holdings. I have reallocated what was once ours into what is now very clearly mine. I'm not spiraling, I'm ascending. And while Andy may have quoted Coldplay in his statement, I will simply say when the lights went out, I saw everything clearly. To those who expect tears, I don't cry for clowns. I schedule, I document, I rebuild. I love her. I love her. Now, I know it says off to the right that this is not confirmed, but it's been shared enough that I believe it's her. And if it is, I love her. Breezy, it's fake. I saw it, but they say that on a lot of things, you guys. I also saw quotes for him, some real, some not. Either way, if this is her, I fucking love her. I hope she takes everything. What is this? Oh gosh. So this has been going around a lot. It's been retweeted. I actually saw one with the man's photo and I couldn't retweet that just because it breaks my heart, right? But Foodie Beauty says it's so safe over there. A Syrian American from Oklahoma and a member of the Druze community was killed there. He's from Oklahoma. Still feeling so safe, Foodie Beauty? May you rest in peace. Salt and Sauce said reality versus fantasy. Hers, not mine. Probably no one else's fantasy. Yeah, I can't get over this. She's pale as fuck. She turned herself orange, took away all the chins, all the fat. Why? Like, why bother? Beautiful Regret said, I didn't know Foodie Beauty had a twin. She doesn't look well. No, she put too much bronzer on, it looks like. But in general, she doesn't look well. I've never seen somebody so pale in my life. Pale and swollen, unable to even open her eyes. Lucky Lola said, which one is the reality? One photo has makeup, but the other has face slimming and eye enlarging filters. Salt and Sauce said she got real tan for someone stuck indoors and whining about cabin fever, too. I'm sure she is safer now. It'll be different once the bail money is paid. True. Eric said, I'm still torn about Ozzy. I literally had a huge burrito in his memory and have been binging the Osbournes and just shed a little tear even at the funny parts. Yeah, it's hard. The cool thing is he's lived a really long life, a really long and full, a really cool life. I'm sure he has some regrets, right? Like, I'm sure he does, but for the most part, his life has been one big success. How many people can say they've done what he has done? It's obvious his kids adore him. It's obvious Sharon adored him. Um, they'll keep his memory living on. You know, doesn't he have grandkids too? They'll keep his memory going. They will. Well, seeing how her dad is her funkle, that's just a sister. It's her sister cousin. Poor Foodie probably smiling and thinking we all worried if she's alive or not, and we all know it's nothing other than she has cash in pocket, so she can take time off work. Yeah, nobody's worried about her. Nobody. I'm worried about Julia. I feel like I stay worried about Julia. Foodie, I actually enjoy when she's gone, though. I love it when she takes time off. I love it when she disappears. The energy just feels lighter, does it not? Oh, this is funny. Ooh la 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 lee. I want to hear that song now. Michael Furberger cracks me up. Okay, so Salt and Sauce said, I guess Harper Ann missed the animal abuse, wishing DV on someone, profiting from false DV allegations, making a fake alibi for someone accused of SA, filing false police reports out of revenge, her constant use of slurs, being a grape apologist, and her defending PDFs. So Ann Harper said 3 months ago or so, Foodie Beauty randomly popped up in my recommendations on YouTube. I had no idea who she was. I thought maybe it was because I'm a type 2 diabetic also. Then I noticed another channel that had Foodie Beauty in the title. I watched it and was absolutely disgusted at the hate and evil that spewed from this woman's mouth. This is a Foodie Beauty sock account. I'm sorry, it has to be. Years ago, I followed a travel channel, and the couple was from Australia. When they broke up, the woman was hated on so much by other people that she ended her life by stepping in front of a train. My heart was broken into a million pieces. She had already suffered with depression most of her life. With all of this being said, how could anyone with a conscience live with themselves knowing they played a part in the demise of another human being? Yes, it was her choice ultimately, but words do hurt, and every single one of these people are going to have to answer to the Lord someday for the way they chose to spend their life. Okay, yeah. It cuts off there. But let me see if there's any comment below this. He had 3 children with Sharon. Amy chose to not be on the show. He had 2 other children with his first wife. Yes. Raps Chick said maybe, but some of the recaps are just vicious, and then there's no fun about it. Not all by any means, but a select few. Salt and Stuff said, I don't really care if someone gets vicious about a rape apologist and a pedo excuser, and someone who abuses the legal system to get people in and out of trouble. Amen. Rap said, I agree. I'm just talking about in general. The community isn't for everyone. That's true. I feel like you have to have thick skin to be here for any amount of time. You just do over in this part of the internet. Miss Laura said, fuck her and fuck Chantal too. Oh my gosh, the goth said she's insulting the dead woman by equating her to Buffalo. She will fit in well with the Beezer. She has no brain. Nothing but love said, hey Harper, tell it to the families that lost their children in the Uvalde school shooting. Foodie decided to play pumped up kids drunk off her fat ass and use finger guns. Also saying it's America's anthem. Get fucked. Also, I don't know about anybody else, but I have already apologized to the Lord above for my shit I've done before. I truly think when I go to heaven, if this part of my life comes up, this YouTube part, I think Jesus himself will be like, oh, yeah, she said this, this, this. Oh, you're fine. You get a pass. Come in through the pearly gates. I think a red carpet will be rolled out. I think the angels will come singing Dave Matthews Band for me. Okay. I think the Lord above understands. Foodie is not some innocent person just trying to survive the day. Like, she's a fucked up person. She blamed people's mothers in the Uvalde in one of the school shootings. It was Uvalde, right? Where she said if the mothers weren't working and they were at home and blah blah blah, blah then these kids wouldn't be dead. Her husband said he wanted to rape women, white Christian ones, and she's fine with it. In fact, we're supposed to call him King Beezer. Again, it's not like she's some innocent person minding her own business and the internet is just being mean for no reason. Like, she truly deserves most of the shit she gets. Anyways, Jenny from HR said, you forgot Big Back wishing that a reactor would get stoned to death. Regina said, not gonna lie, Harper Ann sounds daft. Here's the thing, too. I feel like people who are new to Foodie Beauty, if that is truly somebody newer to Foodie Beauty, and you just stumbled across an FFG reaction, for example, right? You may think she's the most vile, hateful person you've ever heard in your life, but if you do your research, you'd understand Foodie Beauty talked about her mother. Why should FFG be nice to this woman? Right? Would you be nice to Foodie Beauty if she called your mother, parent, whoever that passed away worm food? So again, I feel like I guess I understand if you just stumble or even if you just stumbled across my stream and you heard me call Foodie Beauty a cunt. Well, let's not forget Foodie Beauty made up a lie and told the internet I sold my daughter for a bottle of alcohol and offered her to garlic bread. So, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I sound hateful, probably because I hate Foodie. Christina said, love it when people have strong opinions about people they admittedly know nothing about. Pork and Morkin said, all I got is the back of her head nose. The video sparked that cognitive dissonance she has, and now she's trying to find a reason to feel sorry for her. Not bad for only 3 months of Foodie. I have no moral issue watching Fupa booty. Yeah, right? I'm with you. Oh, hell no, when she said that about FFG's mom, that pissed me off. Right, like, I understand FFG's hatred for Foodie Beauty. I do. I do. Susan said, well, Harper Ann, my story is much the same recommended in my feed in February of 23 because I think I cook Middle Eastern dishes and it was her grocery haul first time. She came back from Kuwait before BBJ saga. Saw reaction channel video off to the side and wondering same thing. Please tell me there's a part two. Yes. But then I did the deep dive and I figured out why. Fast. If one person says something, that's opinion, but my common sense told me many saying the same thing can't be wrong. We're not wrong. Carla said, it always amazes me how these holy roller old women flock to Chantal's channel defending her. They always ignore Chantal's blatant racism, homophobia, anti-Semitic behaviors, and her other myriad of vile behaviors. Save your prayers for the vile heathen you're defending. Ooh. Maisie said these people really need to research before defending a stranger. Foodie Beauty is a liar, thief, crude, grifter, completely selfish, ignorant, racist, food and drug addict. There is not one redeemable thing about her. She's mentally unstable, to say the least. No sympathy for evilness. Doohickey said Canadian, not Australian, Harper. Liv said, oh, go cry about it in your room, Harper Ann. I don't even believe in the Lord, so come up with something original. You're brand new here. Don't form your opinions until you're well versed. Raptor Watcher said, I'd love to sit down with Harper and have a conversation. Same. Freebird said, love when they throw around hit a Jesus. I'm pretty sure Chantal will be answering to Lucifer. Probably. It's going to be hot where Foodie's going. It is. I can't get over this. If anyone needs a new profile pic, tomorrow this is going to be me. Tomorrow this is going to be me on StreamYards. I should have done it today, but I forgot. Okay, Mrs. Fupa Booty said, updated info and solid research. Thank you to the person that did the digging to clarify that we do not know what the charges are unless someone in Montreal goes in person to look them up. So it says, so now we know, I guess this is from Kiwi Farms. So now we know the plaintiff organization 279 code is not the criminal code 279. We do not know what Nader is being charged with or even if he's in jail right now. Hopefully, some people will continue to monitor the rosters in the future and we can catch a hearing live for more information. So again, I feel like I forgot to check what you guys were saying. I feel like I had gone to bed hearing that, yeah, the only way you can find out is if you go there in person. And then I woke up and FFG had announced there were 12 charges. So maybe she's in Canada. Maybe she went to the courthouse. Do we know if that happened? Either way, we know he's behind bars right now. And the women in Canada are a little bit safer tonight, okay? So I'll keep you guys updated if I hear anything. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of eyes keeping tabs on this. And called Foodie's mother a whore. Wait, what, Baby Blue? FFG called Foodie Beauty's father a PDF and called Foodie's mother a whore. Was that before or after Foodie called her mom worm food? Not saying it's right, but if Foodie Beauty said that about if my mom passed away, God forbid, and Foodie Beauty called her worm food, I'd probably call her mom a whore too. I'd probably have a lot of words for her mom about her mom because she spawned the devil. So there's that. Orlando said doing great there. And here's the thing, I'm not even an FFG fan. You guys know that. But I'm not gonna act like she goes too far when she says things about Foodie Beauty, okay? Like I'm just not. There's so many other things to get FFG on. Like the way she talks about Foodie Beauty or calling Foodie's mom a whore. I mean, is FFG wrong? Foodie's mom seemed to never be around. Remember when Marty had the tow trucks coming to Foodie Beauty's mother's house and the neighbor came out and defended, we called him Crazy Joe. And Crazy Joe came out and defended Kim like more than any neighbor should. I mean, it seemed a little bit more than neighborly love. Um, I remember when Marty was on the phone too, and he said that he was Kim's girlfriend, and the neighbor was like, she's not your girlfriend. Like all upset. I mean, maybe she is a whore. Anyway, so Foodie deserves it. Sorry, she is horrific. Yeah. It was after Foodie Beauty dressed up at FFG at Halloween with the axe head wounds. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for clarifying that. That was so effing funny. Could you imagine if Salah and Foodie have a kid, a beach ball playing Crazy Frog Casio? Crazy Joe, he was legendary. Yeah, but Foodie's family is alive, and I would say ignore it because they don't care. FFG doesn't get to have that. But Foodie, the person who ran from her family because they're inconveniences unless she needs money. And here's another thing to look at. Nobody else's family members are off limits to Foodie Beauty. She's talked about everybody's mom, dad, uncle, cousin, child, granny, dog, cat, the hamster they had when they were 12. She's talked about it all. Why is her mother off limits? Why are we supposed to be upset that FFG called her mother a whore? Like, why? Why? No, I can't imagine Foodie having. Thank God she can't have children. So back to Foodie stuff for right now. Doing great there, girl. Syria crisis. Chaotic scene in Sweden as armed men open fire on evacuation efforts. But it's so safe, you guys. It's all smiles and sunshine. People are just trying to survive, getting their bread. Nothing major is happening. The nice men with guns, all five of them are protecting everybody. Meandering Thought said, looking a bit at Dee Dee's stream from a few days ago. Wait, were there comments to this? No. Okay. Meandering Thought said, looking a bit at Dee Dee's stream from a few days ago, someone asked her about the Sam's Bar Lounge videos. She said that it was a fight between a couple and that they were both very drunk. So for years, she tried to sell it as BDSM, and now she downplays horrible abuse as a fight. I'm thinking of how to choose my words right now. Like, role playing is a thing, right? Like, there is. And there are some adults who are into things, but both have to be consenting, right? And there's always a safe word. For the longest time, we heard these videos where she was being smacked, she was screaming for her dead father. Um, it didn't sound like any role playing I've ever may or may not have been involved in, right? It didn't sound like BDSM to me. BDSM isn't supposed to be that. Acadia Strong said Dee Dee is trying to rewrite history. Okay, hold on. Before I get to that, anyways, for the longest time, we were told it was role play when the police came. They even told the police it was part of their lifestyle because they were into BDSM. I think we were even told we were kink shaming when we were like, that is not BDSM. That's not. I think we were even told we were kink shaming. Anyways, it turns out she admitted on her live stream, I'm not clicking on it. I'm not. Apparently she said it was a fight between a couple. A fight between a couple. Maybe he's in there for multiple reasons. Maybe it's the May situation. Maybe he went there because of also what he did to Dee Dee. And maybe the brother decided to press charges on behalf of his I don't know. I don't know how that could possibly work, but I hope Nader stays there a very, very long time. If it was role play, why put it online? Well, okay, they didn't. So it was so long ago. I'm trying to remember exactly how it went down. Nader at one point would talk to like all these women, right? He was talking to Bally, he was talking to Jessica Messica, and I think that they would all face chat and send videos to each other, if I'm remembering correctly. And so somehow these videos got out to somebody. Somehow they sent it. I don't remember why. If Dee Dee was like, hey, this is what happened, and then decide to say, oh, never mind, say it was BDSM. I can't remember exactly how that part happened, but Nader and Dee Dee did not put it online. I think they sent it to somebody. Oh, I hate Foodie. I'm not upset that FFG called her mother a whore. I just think FFG is just as bad. And I get that. I get that. I don't think FFG is a saint. I don't. I have my own reasons for not liking her that we're not going to get into because nobody fucking cares. Like, seriously, what people need to figure out around here, not you. If it sounds like I'm ranting at you, I promise I'm not. Is people have already decided what they're willing to accept and not accept from people, and if they like you or not, right? Like, nobody is ever going to change anybody's mind on FFG. She has very loyal followers. She does. Just like the people who watch me here, like, they can hear everything bad, but like they've decided that I'm not as bad as what people make me out to be, and they're gonna stick it out with me, right? So whatever people have to say, they don't care because they're gonna come hang out here, right? Anyways, nobody's ever gonna change anybody's mind on FFG. That's just how it is. Same with Yaba. You know, you're never gonna change anybody's mind on Yaba. People have decided that they like her and that they're willing to accept things. It's just how it is. Um, Anyways, that's a whole side note. I don't like FFG for my own reasons. Mainly, I'll just say it. I'll say it so I can move on. Because maybe I have a bit of a resentment I need to let go. She told the world one time when she was mad at me, and we know how her mouth can be when she's mad. Hello, she calls mothers whores. Again, I kind of still find that funny, but she was mad and she said that I was anti Semitic. And she said a lot more things about me that, like, really don't bother me, but for some reason, the fact that she told the internet that, and I am the furthest thing from that, right? Like, I don't know how else to describe other than, like, I was raised in a household where we were told we always protect our Jewish brothers and sisters. We just do. We always protect them. Those are God's people. And so, like, I was raised growing up hearing that. So the fact that she chose that to say about me, it's stuck with me and it's bothered me, but it's time to let it go because I know it's not true, right? I know it's not true. People who've stuck around long enough, they know it's not true. So that's my own little beef with her. It was like everything else she said about my parenting, whatever else, like, that's the one thing that stuck, and I've had this resentment. Anyways, out of all the things to not like her for, her calling Foodie Beauty's mother a whore isn't one of them to me. Do I like how she goes after people's subscribers? No, not necessarily, but I don't think anybody's hands are clean anymore in this community. I think everybody does things at some point that they shouldn't do or that they regret doing or saying things that they regret saying, right? So like if we're going to hold FFG to like this standard, then we really have to go look at all the reaction channels and be like, well, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you've said this. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm yapping about anymore. I have met his kids and wife. He named his first kid he had after leaving my mom and me. It's a little bit of a tearjerker. Siphon said, I like it here. This is where I find the most friendly, digestible foodie info. Thank you. She's very hot-headed. Yeah. Oh yeah, back to that. I feel bad for her as far as her mom goes. I think that's what I was starting to say. Like I have my own issue with FFG, but like I do feel bad that she lost her mom, and it sounded like she adored her mom. Whatever else has come out, I don't know. Her brother sounds like a liar, so I'm not necessarily believing all the things he said, right? It sounds like she did love her mom, and sometimes you can love somebody and have a complicated relationship with them, right? I feel bad that she was hurting, and I think she lost her dogs around the same time, right? And I think when people hurt, and they don't heal from it, they go through like this whole anger stage, right? I remember doing that. Oh my gosh, when a family member died, I went through an anger stage. I was angry for a while. I was like, but I got sober and they deserve to see me do all this stuff. And instead of healing and looking at it and coming to terms with everything, I chose to be angry. Anyways, I'm not even comparing it because they weren't my mother, let's say. I do feel for FFG, and I hope she heals from whatever's hurting her still. I hope she does. Oh my god! Hold on. I don't know where this came from. Oh, it was the end of a clip. Well, I'm just gonna have to remember to end it, like, right before that happens again. Sorry if any foodie is just a little more petty, yes. Oh my god, that picture looks like a potato wearing pants. I'm not right now. Okay, hold on. I think it's safe to share the screen again. Oh, Lord. Okay. Remember to end it like 10 seconds before breezy. Oh, crap. I'm so scared I'm gonna share the potato. I don't know if you guys saw the top half, but okay, listen. I need you to play. Can you guys see it? All right, let me try and get rid of the sparkle though, because I feel like it's distracting. All right, here we go.
Be considered pretty in Syria. The beauty standard is to have long, dark hair, green eyes, thick eyebrows, a small nose, and big lips.
And here, my darling friends, we have buffalo.
I'm scared it's gonna come up again. I can't play any more of it. I can't risk it again. Anyways, okay, so Top Bombi was showing the beauty standard in Syria. By the way, the women are absolutely gorgeous. Top Bombi said Syrian beauty versus 90% prettier than YouTube. Foodie Beauty has big lips, not on her face. They're very big and kind of lopsided and very dehydrated looking. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay, the goss said the only place on earth that Buffalo would maybe have a chance at being considered pretty is if she joins the Hills Have Eyes clan, or maybe in a beauty contest against Mother from Barbarian. Even then, it's kind of a toss up. At least Mother wasn't fat. Is that Mother? What is this? Oh, it's from the Hills Have Eyes? Its tongue makes me so uncomfortable. Oh my god, go away. It reminds me of Cyrax for some reason. Okay, Stig Bubblecard said, I sing that song to my actual pretty little baby. I love that song. I also call them Cutie, and I hate that this BMF is called Cutie, even in jest. She's the furthest thing from a little baby. Samantha said, girl, that last one, I legit jumped. Yeah, I unfortunately showed it too. Oops. Limp said, gouging on processed foods for 40 years really fucks up your overall looks. It's addiction in general. It ages you. It does. You're overindulging in things. Of course, it's going to age you. And she's overindulging in nicotine, food, whatever it is she's on over there. She doesn't drink enough water. She doesn't take care of. I don't think she eats anything that her body actually wants and craves and is good for it. Yikes. Maisie said, pretty sure the Syrian women do not seal all day while whining and complaining until their manservant brings them whatever food and drink they're craving at the moment. Big Back is nothing but a burden. The jump scare at the end. Yeah, it was pretty scary. Okay. Well, look at how pretty these women are. Foodie, you stick out like a sore thumb there. You are the talk of the motherfucking town. You have to know it. Okay, here's a clip from Alabama Chapstick to make it up for traumatizing you guys with the potato sack foodie or whatever it was.
Go toothbrush for 80 cents.
This woman, $80 a day. And I would say that's a modest guess on some days in the past. A modest guess. $80 a day in fast food. But only want to spend 80 cents on a toothbrush. And yes, you're seeing right. The name of this toothbrush company is called Dorco. So trust it. Trust that it's going to really do the work. I mean, it doesn't matter one whit because you've been using salad dressing as a mouthwash for like the last 5 years. It doesn't matter. It can't save your gums, but it'll probably make them bleed.
Got some hair cream stuff for Salah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention it, but from the looks of your kitchen, it looks like he's having some kind of issues with his hair. Maybe don't use a blender to trim his velvety ball bag.
Go toothbrush.
Here's your daily reminder to subscribe to Alabama Chapstick. You will not be disappointed. She's so funny and actually really fucking adorable. Iron Stuff said, Foodie Beauty travel vlogger. I can't explain it. It's private. It's like, you know, if you want to claim travel blogger and not end up in jail, you're gonna have to find the words. Yeah, somebody counted. Was it Hectic Llama? There was like 100 you knows. We don't know. We've never known. Okay, I need to talk to you guys about never heard of it. So for some reason, I blocked them away in my head and I don't know why, but I used to go see them play at the Warped Tour, okay? And at one point, they were everywhere. Like they would play everywhere, they would go everywhere. Anyways, they were pretty fucking big. But for whatever reason, I forgot about them until yesterday. And you want to know how I remembered them? There's this person I watch named Shannon Rose. She is not a perfect person by any means, but I respect the fact that she used to be a porn star and then changed her whole life around. Like, she used to be addicted to alcohol, drugs. She was a pretty major corn star. I should have said corn. Anyways, and now she lives in the hills of Tennessee and has chickens. Okay. Like, her life from before and now is like night and day. And it's fun to watch her grow vegetables and hang out with her chickens. I think it's a good time. Anyways, so she has this podcast where she has pretty interesting stories on there that are different from her channel lately, like people sharing wild stories. Anyways, I was watching her podcast yesterday and then I was looking at the guy that was talking and I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere. I've seen him from somewhere. And it was driving me crazy. And then they got to the point in the interview where another chick that was on there, she was like, tell him what band you were in. And he was like, never heard of it. And I was like, no. And then I went on this whole rabbit hole and I was listening to all their music that I haven't heard in a really long time. So if you like the intro to my song, they sound like never heard of it. It's AI, but the AI band sounds just like never heard of it. So if you like the intro, you'll like this band. Please search Finger on the Trigger, one of my favorites, or Dead Awake, and it will make your whole day, especially Finger on the Trigger, okay? Chickens are life changing. You know, I never thought I would be a chicken person, but I've been watching them a lot more. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that my life is meant to be on a farm one day, right? I'm going to have all the rescues, like the pigs and the chickens and the cows that were meant to be on somebody's plate are going to be on my property, and I'm going to hang out with them all day. I wake up really early, so I could definitely have a rooster, right? Like, it's not like I sleep till noon. I'm up at like 4 in the morning most days. They seem very peaceful and funny. Like, they each have their own little personality. I think I could be a chicken person one day. I really think I could. I have goals. I think I have to order these shoes. I think I do. So at 5 o'clock today, you guys hold me accountable. Fuck it, I'll just order them after this stream. What if they're sold out? And then I'm gonna be disappointed I don't have the Rolling Stone shoes that I'm probably never gonna wear, but at least I'll know I'll have them, okay? This is where Foodie Beauty allegedly is. She keeps denying apparently when people bring it up. She says she's not there, but somebody asked ChatGPT, "Can you determine where this building is?" And they say it's the Sanaya Institute. I don't know. It's southwest of Damascus, Syria. I feel like I look up how to say words. I don't know. I think this is from my stroke. I am so unsure ever since then on how to say words. It was like at one point in my life, I knew how to talk. I knew how to pronounce things. And then it feels like a glitch happened in my brain that day. And I haven't been right since. Sometimes I'll even look upward and how to pronounce it like 25 times just so like I can relearn how to say things. And it's just, it doesn't stay with me. So if I pronounce things wrong, just go with it. I try. Just know I try. I really do. But for whatever reason, words just don't stay with me. Anyway, so that's probably where she is. I don't know that it matters to anybody, but I just don't know why she lies. And she can't say it's because she feels unsafe. Look at where she's at. It's all unsafe right now. Shenanigans said Chantal and Salah on their way to get their money. She says, Bae, you love me, right? Bae? He says, this next check better be worth it. It's never going to be worth it, Salah. Never. But have fun staying with her and being miserable. Apparently, she made a new community post saying, Hi, guys. I noticed the likes on my videos and posts are way up compared to when I do drama or mukbangs. And I want to thank you guys for the positive encouragement. I plan on bringing out more vlog style videos in the future. We have been away, so I wasn't able to go live, but I will have a cooking video very soon. Appreciate you all and wish you the best. Kristen said, doing my best to move the needle the other way. PI said, been away to get that YouTube cash, Foodie Beauty. Let's look in the comments. Nana Spike T said, yet the videos where she's doing drama get far more views. Farah said, away. Rue said, of course views are up. No one can believe what we're seeing. True. The Angry Scott said, I wonder if they were able to secure the YouTube money bag across the border. Katie said, we've been away. So border hop to collect her YouTube check? Confirmed, yes. Emma said, with 109,000 phony subs, sock accounts posting BS, her deleting any real comments. This is still BS. Yeah, I have proof that her comment or her likes aren't way up. Crochet with Ashmi said, instead of a visa run, it's a paycheck run. How predictable. Buster said, you posting the screenshot after you thumbs down will always make me giggle. Petty, and I love it. Yeah, it is hilarious. Hold on. I have proof that reviews are not way up thanks to, I think it's Yaba. Yaba said, thanks for all the thumbs up. You guys must really love my content. Okay, so going to a supermarket in Syria got 487 likes. Oh, right here, 206. And over 1,000 thumbs down. So 200 likes and over 1,000 thumbs down, but her likes are way up? Layla said, to a narcissist, it could be thumbs up or thumbs down. She wants some type of attention and negative tension as well. I hate this dumb gunt. Same. Topaz said, the thumbs say otherwise. X to doubt. She just lies about the stupidest shit. Like, does she not realize that you can still see this? I know there's a certain app or website you can go to and you can see the thumbs down. Miss Anthrope said, it's so easy to catch her in a bold-faced lie. You do not read 5 thick books a week when you're an English major. Did I phone my friend who got her master's in English from Ottawa, you asked, to ask her this question? Damn straight I did, and Cutie only went for 1 semester. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
I'm actually really bad in English these days. Shouldn't have dropped out of university. I just planted a little gem magnolia. Man, being an English major is awful because you have to read like a book in every class, in every literature class, a thick book. And like, if you have 5 classes a week, that's 5 books a week. Do you know how hard that is? And you have to study them. So, of course, Cliff Notes. Hey, Scrapegoat. It's nice to see ya.
I mean, it's a lot of work, but that's why, like, students usually that's their full-time job, right? I guess it turned out Foodie Beauty couldn't even do that.
Yeah, thanks, Dollies. I mean, ChatGPT does most of the work. Yeah, I hate reading. Huh?
The English major
I'm
hates
actually
reading.
really.
Does she like
I
anything
thought you
other
said you
than
had an English degree. No,
does she like anything other than eating?
no. I dropped out, but I have 2 years under my belt, but I forget most of what I learned. What, beezing? I thought you said you had an.
I'm so sick of hearing about her being an English major. I really am. Okay, Alabama Chapstick has another clip for us. You look amazing, though, she says.
You refuse to wash your face, Mom. Chi. You look like you've been wrestling hogs in the Arco bathroom. Girl, I don't know if you're losing teeth or you're storing corn kernels for the winter. Just turn the teeth filters back on because it looks like you've been gargling curry and chain smoking crayons about You look like you've been water picking with barbecue sauce, which touches my Texas heart, but no, girl, I don't know. Just dip your teeth in mustard and put them back in there to rot. I don't care. Looks aren't everything. You refuse to wash your face, Mom.
Oh my
You look
gosh. Hey, Crypta. I went to university for 7.5 years. No student debt. Good for you. Hey, Dastardly Deeds. How come nobody noticed their rental bathroom wall tile is exactly like the wall tile leading downstairs at the KFG video? And her first video arriving in Syria shows a chicken. So is she living at the KFG? Oh my gosh, she's eating all the food over there she couldn't make in a semester. Hey, cutie. She needs to open a center for kids that don't know how to read. Good. She is no smarter, and she should aim to be as smart as Zoolander at this point. And the only thing she has under her belt is a gun to no books. Yep, KFG apartment confirmed. Oh my god. Maybe I'm doing life all wrong. I need to move into Portos. I need to go rent from Portos. That's what I need to do. I just need to live upstairs at any time I want a sandwich. I just make my way downstairs. It's perfect. But maybe, oh, I could just stop YouTube and work there too. I don't know, that would be dangerous. I can't say no to Portos. I know it's not like you get free food when you work places, but can you imagine having to smell it 24/7? Like, I would weigh the Foodie Beauty size. I'm not moving into Portos. But it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought. Okay, somebody did a video on who is Foodie Beauty's husband, Salah. Do you guys wanna watch it? I think it's like 12 minutes long. We can speed it up. I heard it was pretty good. And I heard that if we watch it and talk about it and share it, it's gonna piss Foodie Beauty off. So for that reason alone, I think we're gonna watch it together, you guys, and then we will go off and enjoy our day. Hold on. Let me share the screen. It's driving me nuts how my thumbnail got cut off, but I'll fix it after this stream. I just need you guys to know that every time I see it, it's driving me insane. It is. All right, Scat and Scams, A Brief History of Foodie Beauty's Husband. This is by Jawbone, and it has 19,000 views.
Hello Beezers, how are you doing? I hope you will enjoy our video today. So get ready. Yalla.
To say Foodie Beauty's husband Salah is not all there is akin to saying Bonnie Blue is a little bit promiscuous. Ever since he first plopped onto our screens in 2022, with his Dwayne Johnson-esque prehensile eyebrow and a quartet of working brain cells, Salah has been the proverbial apple of Chantal's yellowing eyes. In this video, we will chronicle a brief outline of Salah and his eventual emergence into the girl world ecosystem. From transatlantic catfishing to cybersexual fart sniffing, we'll tell you everything you need to know to fall head over heels with this Arabic Adonis. Born in Kuwait.
Will you guys do me a favor? Because I'm going to forget to mention this. So sorry, I have to pause. After this live stream ends, please comment that you can't believe Foodie Beauty lives at KFG.
To a Syrian family, Salah quickly cemented himself as an alpha male. As a fan of martial arts and specifically Bruce Lee, Salah...
Freedom said, by the way, FFG is going to request the information about Nads from the courthouse. She said it takes a few days sometimes for the courts to update their records. Hopefully she is able to get that info. Thank you so much for the update, Freedom.
honed his skills and crafted himself into a certified deadly weapon, defeating countless adversaries and earning a series of plastic pound shop medals in the process. With his legs and fists out for blood, Salah got to work on his digits, tickling the ivories with the kind of fingerwork not seen since I went behind the bike shed with Annabelle Jones in year 11. However, a growing resume of sick talents and an affinity for torturous early 2000s ringtones just wasn't cutting it for our man's man.
Oh no.
He needed something he couldn't get with raw talent alone. A pretty wife. After allegedly consulting a friend who pulled off what's...
That photo of her. Oh my gosh. Hold on, where was it? Right there? Oh. Oh.
After allegedly consulting a friend who pulled off what's known as a romance scam, Salah fancied a go at it himself. So he baited his hook, dropped his sinker down to the midnight zone, and bagged himself a proverbial white whale. When Chantal first found Salah haunting Canadian Tinder like a spectral burp, he was just a humble Syrian businessman living and working in Kuwait, where his family has
She's aged him. Look at.
been for decades since fleeing
Wow.
war-torn Syria. Kuwait being very strict with its citizenship requirements made it nigh on impossible for Salah to obtain full citizenship, and many speculate that Salah fancied Chantal as a means to an end, a laden vessel on which he could sail to the land of mooses, and maple syrup. He told Chantal he had a slew of successful business ventures, his own car and a luxury apartment, and the respect of his peers. He presented himself as a proper Christian Grey, but we would soon find out that he was more like a Syrian Mr. Bean. The problem is, Salah isn't as smart or as devious as he thinks he is.
I like the editing in this.
This is a man who would struggle to empty a bucket if you printed the instructions on the bottom of it. If you gave Salah a jigsaw puzzle recommended for 5 to 7 years, he'd be proud he completed it in 2. Although she has never admitted it, Chantal obviously saw straight through the honeypot and decided to go for it anyway. Little did Salah know, he'd hitched his wagon to the most desperate horse in the village.
He did.
Crashing out after a failed relationship with another odd Middle Eastern weirdo called Nader, Chantal was full of piss and vinegar and coming off a bigger coke addiction than Buddy the Elf. She was looking for anyone who would claim her, and Salah fit the bill just fine. Early into their courtship, Salah had Chantal eating out of the palm of his hand. She told her audience all about his charming affections, his successful life, and his gorgeous body.
You guys remember that fake hat that he wore? I think people looked it up and he must have got the knockoff for like $20.
This man is very, very smart, has a very good job, makes good money, has his own place, has a good, nice car, drives very well, is very confident. I like the way he's and looks-wise, he's perfect. He's an Adonis body, like looks-wise.
Can we go back to drives very well? I've seen him drive. We've been on rides with him. Would you say he drives very well?
The two hit it off
An Adonis looking?
so quickly that Salah even asked Foodie Beauty to move to Kuwait and marry him 2 days after speaking for the very first time.
I'm supposed to go to Kuwait to get married.
On November 1st, 2022, less than a month after first messaging each other, Foodie Beauty packed up her chins, purged her YouTube channel, and flew 6,000 miles across the planet's surface, straight into the waiting arms of her new love. The Kuwait arc officially began, causing a wave of incredulous reactions across the internet. It wasn't long, however, before viewers started to suspect Salah's status and situation had been a little overblown.
The blue couch. Remember Salah spermed everywhere on it? It ruined it.
However, before viewers started to suspect Salah's status and situation had been a little overblown. Living in a shithole of an apartment, driving a low-end car, and with a cheap fragrance business consisting of relabeled mass-produced room sprays, everything about Salah was an obvious catfish. Not even his body came as advertised, with the chiseled, statuesque look Chantal described, giving way to something a bit more squishy. Kung Fu Salah had less definition than a CRT monitor, and about as much martial arts prowess as CM Punk. During an infamous trip to a wax museum, Salah Segal showed off his technique in a cringeworthy display that still puckers my bumhole every time I see it. Look at the prick, flailing about like a blind pensioner fighting for the last Werther's original. Even so, Foodie Beauty insisted that Salah was the right man for her. He treated her like a queen.
And here's the Queen, Chantal.
Doting on her, brought her food, and made the odd degrading fat joke.
I feel like that was one of their most embarrassing vlogs I have ever watched.
Laughing like a dying ostrich just off camera. The couple lived in relative harmony, except for the odd spat here and there about Chantal's slovenly existence.
Okay, guys.
And be nice, by the way.
No, I'm not. You don't deserve it.
Yes, I deserve more than this.
No, you don't. You're not grateful for me. You just complain about bad fucking things. After everything else I do.
To leave a water bottle.
You think you're fucking perfect.
Don't say F words.
You think you're perfect.
Don't say F words again.
I can do what I want. You're not my dad. Like, okay, bye. I'll see you guys later.
Be nice to the people.
Shut up.
You shut up.
That is,
This Cannon said Breezy Foodie lives in Sueda. I have the clip on my channel. Okay, hold on. I'll share the link.
until a new bombshell dropped that shattered the pristine image of Salah al-Sultan.
He fucking cheated on me. He admitted it today.
In December 2023, while Foodie was visiting Canada for Christmas, Salah wasted no time at all looking for Chantal's replacement. Enter former Beezer and current top 3 girl world crush, Kybella, who quickly ingratiated herself in Salah's favour and uncovered some of his deepest, darkest desires. Under the user
He told her, at least I can carry you.
name Home Alone legend, Salah engaged in a type of dirty talk that would make even the most discerning dung beetle blush. It would seem that loving and kind Salah wanks at the thought of an Armitage Shanks, and couldn't help telling Kybella in excruciating detail all the things he liked.
I'm gonna spit a lot on your face and stomp your goddamn face and pee on you. I'm gonna choke you until you almost delete, it says. I prayed to you this morning, God Salah. Nice slave, good girl. I really worship your sexy ass. Good, I want you thinking about it 24/7, she says. Yes, I'm always thinking about it. And imagine that on my face, and on my beard, and on my mouth, and I can't avoid it. It's a holy ass. Holy Christian ass. White ass.
To do to her. Most notable amongst these messages was all the talk of poo and degradation.
I feel like I'm talking to a real dog, a real slave, a pure dog. I'm gonna shit on you and rip you and spit in your face.
You can find the full selection of messages in various places on the internet, but here's a couple of the funniest ones.
When you go bathroom, you will think that your face on the toilet, and I'm gonna pee and poop on your face. When you sleep, you will think that you are sleeping under the bed, and on top of you on the bed like the king. You are worthless, just my garbage bin. I gonna spit on your face so much.
I will twerk on your face and suffocate you.
Wow. No farts? Or what you think? My bitch.
I will fart for you.
Ooh.
Where?
On your face.
You are my god. You are sexy goddess. I worship you. I worship your ass. 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 I worship your ass.
I worship your ass.
I worship your ass. I worship your ass.
As well as declaring his devotion.
That was the best part. I have to replay it. I worship your ass. I worship your ass.
Sexy goddess. I worship you. I worship your ass. 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 I worship your ass.
As well as declaring his devotion to Kybella's ass, Salah also sent over some lurid pictures of his own kofta, alongside screenshots of various hardcore pornography, which is illegal to even have in Kuwait thanks to their strict obscenity laws. This
Yeah, he sent Kabbalah golden shower corn.
correspondence eventually made it back to Foodie Beauty, who responded by crashing out on livestream in Canada, berating Salah and all men. Although I promise you, none of this was my fault.
I'm never, ever, fuck men. I'm done. I'm done.
Before deleting it and immediately releasing another video forgiving Salah and explaining away the frankly revolting messages as nothing more than the fantastical games of a repressed alpha male.
I want to give it another try, and we promised, no matter what, to communicate with each other our wants, our needs, our desires. And yeah, I know the type of fetish looks bad, but I mean, he wouldn't hurt a fly in real life. If it's consensual kind of fetish, there's nothing wrong with that. It's taboo, but it doesn't make a person a bad person. So.
Okay, isn't part of the whole like BDSM or fetish thing, isn't it all about consent? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
This event, known amongst gorlworld as Poopgate, not to be confused with Amberlyn Reed's multiple various Poopgates, rejuvenated the foodieverse for a while.
Salad has been sexting another woman while she's been here!
How's it going? It's going well. Happy cheapness.
Fuck you. Fuck you. See this finger shoving up your fucking hairy ass.
Pegging. Well, you don't get to peg anymore, Chantal. That's if you were into pegging, and I'm not here to pry into your personal business. If that's what you and Snoopy got up to, that's fine. But
I think he's into pegging.
Maybe wash your hands.
They were even comparing like side-by-side shots because one of them was in a bathtub, okay? And they compared this picture of his feet in a bathtub, which y'all, are y'all into feet? It's feet y'all's thing.
But it wasn't long before the dust settled and Mr. Scatman faded into the background. He stopped appearing in live streams and was even absent for Chantal's trip to Thailand in August 2024.
Chilling out like is helping me, and Salah will be here soon, so hopefully maybe by next week, hopefully,
Which she spent the majority of her time there shitting herself in the hotel room.
I had a bit of an accident in my pants.
It's a shame, really.
Oh.
He'd have loved that. Speculation started at the couple.
That was when she fingered the chicken. Do you guys remember that? By the way, will you guys do me a favor and please go show this video some love? I just shared the link to the video we're watching.
Weren't living together. And even that Salah had another wife and he was keeping Foodie Beauty in her own apartment like a pet walrus. In more recent months, however, Salah is fully back on the scene, regaling us with Crazy Frog and laughing like a seal caught in the rudders of a trawler. The main question now is, where does Salah go from here? If you followed my content in the last week or so, you know that Salah is now in Syria, separated from his friends and family and his cushy life, all thanks to the feline felonies of Foodie Beauty. Will he fix up the family home, move the family back to the homeland, and live happily ever after? Or will he strap Foodie to the nearest missile and fire her at Iran? All we know for sure is that no man's patience is infinite, and there's only so much humiliation and embarrassment one man can endure before a change is needed. Even a simpleton like Salah has a limit. If you enjoyed this brief outline of Salah and want to know more, there are plenty of compilations here on YouTube from the likes of Apathetic Facts, Hectic Llama, and Barbecue Chillin', chronicling even more of this weird little man's antics in the foodieverse, so check them out. And please consider subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment below.
Oh, I will subscribe right now, my friend. I am a huge fan of your editing. Doesn't she look, I don't even know. I was trying to think in this picture what she looked like. It's a cross between a green banana slug. Have you ever seen a really big banana slug? or one of those green hornworms, but they're actually kind of cute. Or she looks like an engorged tick that's about to fall off an animal. She just looks really massive compared to him. And I don't know how she's not more embarrassed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If Foodie Beauty goes live today, I can snipe it. If she goes live tonight, I will recap it in the morning. I need you guys to know that I worship your ass. And thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. I'll see you guys, if anything, tomorrow morning. I love you. Go enjoy your day, everybody. Bye, everybody.